welcome to the second video on literary terms. In our previous class, we talked about the poetic form sonnet, and in this video, we'll talk about another popular poetic form which is called lyric. The poetic form lyric has its roots in Greek poetry. It originated in Greek poetry, and it was developed by the Greek poets. Lyric is a short poem. It's a poem of moderate length, and it is typically musical in nature. Now, when I say that lyric is a musical composition, what exactly I mean here is that lyric poem is like a song. That means you can sing it the way you sing a song. It's lyrical. It has a lyrical quality to it. That's why we call it a lyric. And in ancient Greek, lyre was the instrument which was used to sing this kind of poetry. So poets used to compose their poem in the lyric form, and then they used to sing the poem as it was quite musical, and they used to sing it accompanying a musical instrument, and the instrument was called lyre. And if we talk about the characteristics of a lyric, so a lyric poem is typically musical, and then this one is a subjective poem, a subjective creation, that is that it expresses the varied moods of the poet. It's personal in nature, and the poet, the speaker, he expresses his strong feelings, his powerful thoughts, his intense thoughts are depicted in this kind of poetry. So the emotions recorded or captured in the lyric poetry are quite intense in nature, are powerful in nature, and the thoughts which are presented in this kind of poetry are quite meditative. That is, they are the outcome of a contemplation, a deep contemplation by the poet, or are the result of a profound meditation on the part of the poet or the speaker. Lyric is more about expression rather than about the form. And so if a poem is musical in nature and it's meditative, it expresses the strong feelings, the strong intense thoughts of the poet, is meditative in nature, we call it a lyric. So if the poem is an ode or it's a sonnet or anything else, but if it's musical and it has all these qualities, we call it a lyric. So an ode can be a lyric, a sonnet can be a lyric. And if we talk about the examples of lyric, then the odes written by Keats or the odes written by P.B. Shelley and the Romantic poets, and even Wordsworth for that matter. So all the odes or the poems written by Wordsworth, Keats and Shelley are quite popular among the lyric poetry. Shelley's Ode to Skylark and Keats' Ode to Nightingale and Wordsworth's popular poem A World is Too Much With Us is again a popular example of lyric poetry. It is musical in nature, and then it expresses the subjective feelings, the intense feelings of the poet. I hope the poetic form lyric is clear to you, and if you want to explore more of lyrics, then you can of course read some of the poems by Shelley or Keats or Wordsworth, and even some of the poems are in your course, and you will get to know that what exactly a lyric looks like, how it feels, and what kind of musical quality is inherent in lyric poetry. That's all for now. Thank you for your attention.